Hi, my name is Macbeth and you're watching Senn TV.
Hi, this is Cassandra Cabrera.
And I'm Philip Johnson White. The seniors are finally gone and now we're here running the show.
It's our last episode. It's weird because they always had the spotlight, and now it's our turn and we're gonna give it our all.
Guess what? They saved the best for last and now we're here to prove that we are the best.
Well, let's just give the seniors one last goodbye in this episode. Today we have Nia Jackson, who attended the graduation ceremony, and she's giving us the inside scoop of the event.
Recognize both the collective and individual success of all of you. Although I've known most of you for only 2 years, I'm constantly impressed by how much you've grown, and I continue to be impressed with your dedication to Senn High School.
On Friday, June 9th, at the Chicago Symphony Center, the class of 2017 made their way across the stage and collected their diplomas as they shed a few tears for this new life experience. The keynote speaker, Alderman Harry Osterman, had some things to say to the graduating class.
The devotion that they've given to you to make sure that you can be on this stage getting your diploma, but more importantly, as people, as individuals, to be put forth in the world to do great things.
We are all entering a stage of adulthood, and much of that adult life is going to be spent working. That's just how it is. A lot of the time, it won't be easy. And for a lot of the time, you won't be happy. That's why it is imperative to make sure that your work is meaningful.
Have seized the opportunities offered to you and are the reason why Senn High School is consistently being recognized as one of the top 15 high schools in the city.
I hope, if not today, but one day, many of you experience the realization I did and are able to see the impact that Senn High School has made on each and every one of you.
While our time at Senn may not have been permanent, it was necessary for our personal growth. A catalyst for experiences that shape who you are and who you will become. Whatever path we choose to head towards, it holds a certain level of significance that we don't fully understand yet. You are not just a student. You are not just an employee, an aspiring artist, a babysitter, dancer, or teacher. Whatever you may be, whoever you may be, you are an active participant in what we know as life.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about
As the graduating class set sail from Senn, History of Chicago students had the chance to take Wendella cruises for a great expedition to find out the broad history of Chicago. Our correspondent Kendall Jackson Jr. is there on the scene.
On April 21st, 2016, Senn's History of Chicago students embarked on a trip to my workplace, Wendella Boats, to learn more about the city's history and architecture. Some of you might be asking, what is Wendella Boats, and why does a boat tour matter in telling Chicago's history? I sat down with the president of Wendella Boats, Michael Borsham, to discuss the importance of Wendella Boats and Chicago history and how they connect.
The concept of the boat, you mentioned the World's Fair. My grandfather actually kind of got that concept from the World's Fair of the boat ride. And if you look back at it historically, you'll notice that was in the midst of the Great Depression. So it seems sort of like a crazy idea to do that at the time, but he knew that people needed the distraction and things to do. So, you know, we started just around the time when Chicago was celebrating its 100th birthday, and you know, we've seen a lot of changes here. Because in the background, you'll see a building here. Okay, so this is the Wrigley Building. This is where the Trump Tower now stands. So this is a liquor warehouse building that stood on the site. Then the Sun-Times building, now the Trump Tower. So in the time we've been in business here, there have been 3 buildings put up on that site. So we've seen a lot of changes just in our immediate area. Any big city, there's violence. There's things like that go on, and you know, not that we ignore them, but the people that come on our tours want to be entertained. They want to learn some things. Chicago's an impressive city. You can't help but talk about it. Historically speaking, yes, I mean, you know, we try to shy away from the days of Al Capone and talk about things like that, gang violence, gangland violence. I know we have the violence today, but you know, we've seen that throughout our history as well, but you know, that's a part of the history. The negative parts we try to, I don't want to say avoid, but I just don't know that our customers our guests want to hear about that. They want to get away from that. They want to just get away for 90 minutes or 75 minutes and just enjoy themselves and forget about everything. But I think, you know, one of the things for us is, as I mentioned about the World's Fair, it's a relief. It's a way to get away and to see your own city in a way that maybe you've never seen it before. And I think we do a lot of school groups in the spring this time of the year, and these school kids don't even know that there's a waterway here. They've never been on the lake, and for the experience for those kids to see that is important to us as a company. I know that, you know, when I was in 3rd grade, I went to Jameson School, which is near Bryn Mawr, California, and we went on a boat ride on a field trip. So that's sort of the first experience people get. So I think it's important for Chicagoans also to understand the good that this city has, and that all that we have to offer culturally and so forth. And it's not just for tourists, but I think it's also for our citizens here.
Refrigeration. In 1988, Perry Weiss redid it, and they made it condominiums. Okay? As you go this way, 19 Plickett. I love these cottages.
Father went to Senn, graduated in, I guess that would have been 51 actually. But he's been fairly active with I guess it's the alumni committee there, and they've had several events where they do fundraisers for Senn. He's proud of that. My mother also attended. She was a couple years younger than my dad, and they enjoyed their time there. That's where they met, was at Senn. So you know, it's a special spot in their heart. There's that pride in showing off your city, especially, you know, born and raised here. You know, my family especially, I mean, this is what we do, and we're very proud of what we do to show off this city. And you know, there's nothing like it. It feels good when people get off that boat and applaud and got smiles on their faces and thank you and this was great, we're going to do it again. And so it's a great place, Great way to make a living, I think anyway.
Well, if you guys are interested in a future tour with your loved ones, or just want to take it by yourself down the Chicago River or Lake, you guys can visit www.wendellaboats.com to find out more information about ticket sales and the ticket schedule. And you also can find out about future summer jobs down the line. My name is Kendall Jackson, reporting for Senn TV.
So have you noticed that this course is new and they already have more field trips than any other classes? Like, at all? Like, why?
Well, I noticed that too, but since it's a boat trip, I'm too scared of boats to actually be, like, jealous about it. Are you jealous about it?
I'm very jealous about it. I want to go out, I want to have fun, I want to be on a boat. I've never been on a boat before.
But see, that's why there's Saturdays and Sundays. You can go out on Saturday and Sunday instead of depending on the school, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I work, but why are you so scared of boats?
Because, have you ever seen that movie Titanic or 2012 and all these boats are sinking and it's like everybody's dying? Like, I don't want to be that person.
I mean, you're not. Don't worry about it, you know.
I'll look like a just wet sponge if I was to drown.
Oh, SpongeBob's gonna come and save you. Don't worry about it, you know. But don't worry, you know. It sounds like you need some courage, and I got that for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do. Today we have Hassan Gordon, who gave us a scoop in the inside of the musical The Wiz. Take a look.
On May 13th through the 15th at Senn Hall, the theater program performed The Wiz, directed by Mr. Schrader. He's done an outstanding job adapting what made the original so memorable. The Wiz is a musical spin on the original Wizard of Oz. There's a lot of familiar faces, some of which you might know personally. Some notable performers are the Tin Man, played by Leslie Lawrence, the Wizard, played by Jonathan Cervantes, and the Lion, performed by Heather Lawrenson.
I think one of my favorite things about doing musicals is being able to sing while acting, because like normal theater you can just act, and then singing you can just sing, but being able to just like put all of your emotions into a song, I think that's what I love the most. It's a very open environment. It's not like in some places where you need to be very, very polite and still. Like, we want you to have honest emotions. We want you to laugh. We want you to cry. We want you to feel everything that we're feeling. Because theater really is a community. So as soon as you come in, you're part of us, and we're here to just give you a good time, you know?
It was fun. I thought it was great, very over the top. You know, Mr. Schrader was such a good director. He showed me where to stand, what to do, and the rest, you know, my facial features, you know, I improvise on that. And yeah, it was a fun way to express myself. It shows what students can do with maybe a little budget. Doesn't matter how much money you have or how many supplies you have. What matters is like the effort you put in your role, and you know, the creativity you can bring.
I have to say the best thing about the show was the cast and the crew, the people that I work with. They make this experience really fun and energetic for me, including the director, Mr. Schrader, and the music director, Mr. Hay. Like, they really made this experience wonderful for all of us.
I have no idea how that relates to Titanic.
I mean, well, musicals aren't for everyone. Do you prefer any plays or dramas?
I don't like any of those because they're just way too boring and repetitive for me.
Well, you're in luck today, so don't worry about it. Today we have Mr. Laser's 5th and 8th period class, who are acting out the William Shakespeare Macbeth play.
Mr. Lazy's 5th and 8th period decided to bring the infamous play Macbeth to life in the classroom.
Close to the left, she's gonna do it.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the all that shriek. I have drugged their posets.
Hardest part was probably getting everything together because, you know, people agreed on different things. Like we said, we had different roles for different people for different roles. But then at the end of the day, you still had to go through the directors. So there was a lot of disagreements in terms of what the whole team for, let's say, costumes came up with versus what the directors were thinking. And that caused a lot of backfire, and we lost a lot of time because of that. And we don't have a lot of time to do this, but we've still been making a lot of progress.
My royal lord, you do not look the cheer.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now, good digestion, weight on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness sit.
Here have we now our country's honor ruled by the grace person of our faithful president, who may rather challenge for unkindness than pity from his chance.
His absence, sir. Lay upon his promise. Please grace us with your royal company.
The godfather rolls in with Macbeth because Macbeth basically wanted power. That's what he wanted, and to get there he had to kill people and basically like take down everyone that meant the most to him and holded him to their highest level of honesty, trust, and all that. And so for him to go and do anything, it just shows that people will do anything for power or to be the lead person. And that's what basically it relates to the 1920s, because mobs and gangs were killing family members and close friends just to get to the top, and that's basically what Macbeth did.
Looks like you're 0-2. How well do you even know me?
I mean, I guess not that well, but that's okay, right?
No, it's not. Because, like, the dramas you keep, like, telling me about, they're just so boring and old, and they're English, like, plays. Like,
I mean, it's a classical play. I mean, everyone loves it. I don't get how you don't.
because they're just so redundant, and it's just, like, they're just so melodramatic when they're just talking about their things.
I mean, you gotta find a deeper meaning into it in order to understand it, you know?
I mean, well, that's why we have Netflix. Paula Trejo is here to introduce the hit show on Netflix, 13 Reasons Why.
Hi, my name is Paula Trejo, and welcome to Senn TV's Tape. "13 Reasons Why" was a hit show on Netflix with a ton of controversy surrounding it. It's about a girl named Hannah Baker taking her own life, leaving 13 tapes on why she chose to do so.
Hey, it's Hannah. Hannah Baker. Don't adjust your whatever device you're hearing this on. It's me. Live and in stereo. No return engagements. No encore, and this time absolutely no requests. Get a snack. Settle in. Because I'm about to tell you the story of my life. More specifically, why my life ended. And if you're listening to this tape, you're one of the reasons why.
I recommend this show, but as I was watching it, I would be getting frustrated because of how predictable the high school students were and how some of the scenes were presented.
They all look alike, right? Not this one. This one is special. It belonged to a girl who killed herself.
Clay, come on.
You see all these "Don't Kill Yourself" posters up on the wall? They weren't up before. They put them up because she killed herself. And why did she do it? Because the kids here treated and that's enough. But no one wants to admit it, so they paint over the bathrooms and put up a memorial because that's the kind of school that this is. Everyone is just so nice until they drive you to kill yourself. And sooner or later, the truth will come out. It's gonna come out.
Now I want to talk about some of the characters on the show. I really do not like Bryce. Like, if you really watch it, you're gonna hate Bryce so much. Like, he's just, I don't know. He deserves to die. Like, with what he did with, I don't even want to explain it because I'm gonna be ruining, but he's just extra. He didn't even need to be on the show. But anyways, another person that I don't like is Courtney. She's like that one friend that you don't want, that just goes behind your back and does something bogus. But it's just, she's just, I don't know, she's petty. She's just real petty. But one person that I did kind of like, but I had a love-hate relationship. You know, you have love-hate relationships with people on shows. I kind of liked Clay, but he was so clueless and slow. Like, can't you see the signs in front of you? But then Hannah Baker, I felt like she was just doing too much, and like she should have just took everything in with high school, because like, I mean, it's high school. People are going to talk about you and say bad things, but like, it means nothing at the end. They're going to forget about you. Well, not like that, but like, anyways. But like, back to what I was saying. If you really want to watch the show, just watch it if you want to scream at your TV or like your cell phone. But like, yeah, that's it for me. See ya!
That show is just overrated. Overrated. I just can't say any more of that. I couldn't even watch the second episode.
Well, I beg to differ. I'm sorry about that. Maybe you should keep watching through the whole season. Maybe we'll just be convinced that it's actually pretty good.
I mean, I'll try, but what if I can't make it through?
I mean, that sucks to be you then, huh?
You want to explain to me then? Later on if I can't figure it out?
Sure thing. Well, anyways, to continue my hot streak of always being right, I will travel back in time. You know, I have a green shirt on right now, but I have a red shirt back in that past video to explain you and your iPhone and what Apple is doing to deter you to getting a new phone. Apple and planned obsolescence. Two things that should go hand in hand with such a large and successful company. However, I'm here to tell you the truth behind you and your iPhone. Planned obsolescence is the policy of producing consumer goods that rapidly become obsolete and so require replacing, achieved by frequent changes in design. My name is Philip Johnson White. What's going on, everybody? And this is your tech course on Senn TV. Apple has released iOS 10.3, with the latest being shipped on their last flagship, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The oncoming iPhone 7s, 7s Plus, and the premium iPhone 8 looming with iOS 11. What does that mean for consumers like me and you? It means the eventual slowdown of the older iPhones. Take my iPhone 6 for example. It's running iOS 10.3.3, but before it was running iOS 10.1. Mind you, I never had a problem with my battery draining faster than normal or my phone lagging constantly, but with each incremental update comes the downfall of old Apple products. The iPhone 5, 5S, and 6 all suffer from having old hardware, but good software should only lessen the effects with time. But due to Apple being a business, it can be argued that they plan to make your phone bad in order to buy their new products. So what's my point? Even after a few lawsuits, Apple will remain to do this, all for the sake of money. Is it wrong? Yes, but is it economically just for Apple? Of course. Economics come before morals, so you as a consumer should remember that. This has been Philip Johnson White, and hope you guys learned something new today. By the way, will you actually pay $1,200 for the iPhone 8? You tell me down in the comments below. Peace.
We have a big focus on technologies in iOS 11, but also some really big features. And what you'll notice is Control Center is now a single page, packs all the features into a single page. Now, of course, it has simple switches. I'll just do an orientation lock. It's got a beautiful little animation there for the orientation lock. It has sliders available, so you can adjust volume like this, but it provides greater depth because with 3D touch in on a slider like this and get access to more controls. And this allows us to pack lots of capabilities really easily into the design. So you see, we have our wireless controls. Well, I could just tap on airplane mode, but if I 3D touch on the platter, I get access to even more features. And this is really great with your music because you can operate them here or jump in for even more information. So it's a really great new Control Center, and I think you're really going to love it. So for iOS 11, we're making a big upgrade to your primary interface in dealing with Siri, and that's Siri's voice.
Here's the forecast for the next 10 days. Sunny, sunny, and sunny.
3 different ways to say sunny. Very powerful. Now, Siri also has a male voice, and it sounds fantastic too.
I love machine learning, especially since I'm a machine learning.
And it's able to provide you with follow-up questions and answers with just a tap, and multiple results. When you make a query, it's really handy. So you can now ask something like, how do you say, what are the most popular dishes in your restaurant in Chinese? And Siri can say,
你们餐厅有哪些菜最受欢迎?
Totally. Now, translation initially will support translation from English to Chinese, French, German, Italian, and Spanish, and we'll have more language combinations coming in the months to come.
$1,200 for a phone? Really?
$1,200 for a premium iPhone. How do you feel about that? It's money well spent.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm done.
Well spent.
No. You know what I could do with that money?
What can you do?
Oh my God. There's clothes, there's shoes, and most important, food. Oh my God. You gotta love food.
I love food, but you said shoes. Speaking of shoes, where can I fix my like Adidas? I love my Adidas dearly, but they're getting messed up. Where can I fix them at?
I have an answer for you. Have you ever heard Fix Your Kicks?
What's that?
It's a store down on Lawrence and Western. It's pretty close by. You'll like it.
Got an old pair of shoes you're not ready to give up? Fix Your Kicks in Lincoln Square could turn them around and make them better than new. What's most special about this business is that the business owner is a recent high school graduate, looking to expand his idea nationwide. Josh learned about being a cobbler from his parents and started to fix shoes for his friends at school for about $20 a pair. Now he is here with his own store, working his way into a new chapter in his life. Thanks to his father, Josh had to learn to invest his money. With his savings, it could be said he will be able to pay his way through college, and Joshua's teachers pushed him toward college, yet ultimately he decided against it.
Back in the day, college used to be cheap. Nowadays, it's expensive, really expensive, and that's really bad. School education shouldn't be expensive to learn. You shouldn't need a certificate to be who you really are and who you really want to be in life. You don't need that. You don't need a diploma. Working with my dad, I kind of knew how money worked, and I kind of knew how to invest my money the right way. So I kind of knew that college wasn't really meant for me. It makes me mad that you have to pay for you to have a degree or diploma so you could be what you want to. For you could be what you want to be. It's not the way to go. I said I've grown tremendously. I see things a lot different now. I feel like I could help more kids now than either helping myself. I feel like I could do things in a good way and influence that other teenagers, help them grow. Help them how to manage money. They could be successful as I am, They can also do what I did, but their own way, what they want, their own passion. There's things out there. School's not the only thing out there, It's not the only option. You could make music. You could do whatever you want to do, whatever you like, You can do it. I hope to grow. Worldwide. We did open another store with my father, but I plan to open a third store soon. You got to understand that your talent, your potential, what you have, and how to use it, how you could better someone's life but benefit yourself as well, Because if you do, then you're gonna be successful with your own passion, your own gifts that you have.
So head over to Fix Your Kicks, and Joshua will be more than excited to add some new shine to your shoe.
This year, the girls' soccer team was closer than ever. They felt like a family to me. I have a video here that shows throughout the season how we grew together as a team. Coach Bars, my girls, my team, this one's for you.
Really? She's sagging, bro. She's sagging.
That you will still be missed when you go back to Germany. All these girls have formed good relationships with you.
Well, that was very touching, Cassandra. It's great to see like a team just coming together as a family, much like Golden State. You know, they just won the championship and their whole team is a family. But now I have one final thing for you guys. Kayla Williams is here to just introduce a last final message to us sensational students. Here she is now.
This person has impacted my life positively this year in so many ways. She has helped me out with all of my testing. Anytime I need her, I always go to her at calling parents, sorting, helping out classes, everything. I really would not have survived the year without her. So Ms. Hehone, thank you so very much. She will be retiring at the end of this year. Hopefully we can get her back to help out with testing, but otherwise I wish her the best happy retirement, and we will miss her very, very dearly.
This person has inspired me to become a better student. I'm more motivated in school because of this person. I know how to work with my peers more and more like effectively with my peers because of this person. This person is my ROTC instructor from last year, Sergeant Panel.
So before I came into high school, I didn't really have that many friends, and I was like alone, and I was always like in for recess. But when I came to Senn, I like met new people, and when I met you, I like got with more people, and I made more friends, and now I have more people to talk to, and I'm not as alone as I used to be, and that like really helped me a lot. This message is for Janet.
This person really influenced me throughout my whole entire, well, I'm a sophomore right now, but last year she kept me on track and she put more effort into helping me than she needed to when I was falling off track. So thank you to Ms. Roby.
So my freshman and sophomore year, I used to ditch class a lot or go to class really late for no reason. This person would encourage me to go to class or talk to me and to ask me like why I didn't want to be in class, or you know, tell me it's more stuff that I could be doing than just being in the hallways. And I'm grateful for that because my attendance has gotten extremely better and I'm doing better in my classes. So I will do thank security guard Drew.
Well, look, it's that time. We have just given you a sensational episode, and yet there's more to come.
I would just wish you leave the sensational thing in this year because it's so annoying by now. Like, am I wrong or am I right? And if I'm right, what makes it right or wrong until it's right?
I mean,
I got bars for days, you know.
Do you? Are they high bars? Like,
they're high bars, you know.
No, I guess so. Then, I mean.
Anyways, this has been Philip Johnson White.
And this is Cassandra Cabrera.
And the sensational Michael Cullinane.
Toots.
Toots
Magoots. Last time this year.
Now it's Cassandra starting off at the top. Maybe y'all watch the second episode.
Now we can transition on to her. Mess that up again.
Let's do it. Realize it when you watch it.
It's money well spent. So you would like to be on a boat in the middle of the like river, you know, and just not be scared of like drowning?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see anything happening to you.
I mean, the river has like a lot of sewage in it, so like gonna be smelling, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's called a shower. Like,
Showers don't fix that. Wait.
Take your time.
Which part are you talking about?
We're talking about after you introduce the piece. It's Cassandra's team.
Yeah.
She's gonna mention how cool.
Oh, so you want me to start? Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
We're gonna talk about how cool the Future Chicago classes are.
Okay, I don't want to miss. I mean, like, why not? They get to go out. They're in the water. They're on a boat. They're floating. Like,
Floating on a boat.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
I mean,
real.
I feel like I'm floating.
But you're on a boat. That doesn't count. Scientifically, that doesn't count. But why did you suggest this drama? It looks so boring to me.
It's a classical play. Everyone loves it.
I don't want to hear about letting down drapes. It's just so boring, you know. Yeah. Let me read it. Let me repeat
You guys want to try it again?
Yeah.
That was good though. I liked it. That was awesome. So this will be take 2, Ken. Wait, guys, is cold good?
Yeah.
I thought so too. That was cold. Alright.
That was cold. Alright.
I thought it was cold. No, it's not the air conditioner, it's you. Okay.